Passionate Healthcare Providers Educational Series.
Atomy creates and distributes high-quality products. Things we all use every day, such as shampoo, conditioner, soap, toothpaste and toothbrushes, beauty items, cosmetics, health supplements, and much more. And Atomy is committed to bringing these prestige luxury items to the mass market. This strategy is known as mastige. And Atomy's concept is to enable consumers to swap brands. Atomy has an ethos of absolute quality, absolute price. It means Atomy is dedicated to ensuring its products are of a quality that is unmatchable for the price customers pay. And it's so simple to switch brand when what's on offer is unbeatable in quality and price. Remember that. Absolute quality, absolute price. Quality that is as good as, if not better, than designer brands at a fraction of the price. Atomy is an online shop or shopping mall. And hey, it's free and easy to join and set up an account. Yes, free to join. And once registered as a member, you have exclusive access to the Atomy product range. Here's the really good part. Buying from Atomy gives you points, known as personal point value, or to keep it really short, PPV. Each product has its own PV. Your PPV accumulates and never expires. You only have to make one purchase a year, no matter how small, to keep your account active. And that's no problem, because you love Atomy's absolute quality and absolute price, right? It gets better. You share Atomy's secret with others, they become members, and when they shop, you all earn PV. And what does PV mean? Cash, paid to you as commission. This is a new age of retail. Atomy puts the consumers first and rewards them for their loyalty. Although some members simply choose to shop for their own personal needs, many decide to develop their membership into full-time, lucrative businesses. Let's look at how this works in a little more detail. Let's say you recommend Atomy to your cousin, Jane, because you love using Atomy products so much. You become Jane's sponsor and give her your ID to enable her to register as an Atomy member. Jane is then automatically registered under your A market, your left leg. Then you recommend to your friend Adam, and he becomes registered in your B market, your right leg. Adam could be in Canada or China. Atomy membership is global. You, or Jane, or Adam, can then sponsor more members to join your left or right leg, your A or B markets. They are added down the line, and they don't need to live in your country either. Everyone in each of your market legs generates PV. Remember that? Point value? You have your own PV, and every day your market legs generate group PV. As soon as your own PV exceeds 10,000, earned from purchasing one Atomy shampoo or face wash, for example, and each of your market legs exceeds 300,000 each month, you earn commission. Everyone in each of your market legs who qualifies becomes eligible to receive the same amount of commission. The larger your markets and the greater the collective PV, the higher the commission will be. And it's worth noting, keeping your market legs equally balanced is important. Group group PV is calculated on the leg with the smaller PV volume. This is part of the secret of success with Atomy. Hard work is never wasted. And it doesn't stop there. As your network grows, so does your regular collective PV. And the hard work invested takes you higher up the ranks of mastership, which comes with life-changing bonuses. You can cherish the spirit of Atomy through its products of absolute quality and absolute price. You can share the good news and reap great rewards by doing so. You may have discovered Atomy compensation videos on YouTube or Channel Atomy already. More details about how it works is freely available. And Atomy's Success Academies and seminars will provide regular, inspiring support to members, and prospective members too.
All right. Okay, that was our intro on this evening. Okay, indeed. So, it's interesting. Somebody asked me, and welcome again to Compassionate Healthcare Providers Educational Series on this evening. Somebody asked me earlier today, do I use the product? And boy, that was a loaded question there. I began to tell them the products that I use, but not only, for example, like the vitamin C, the probiotics, the hemohim, the noni juice, the B complex. I don't take everything at one time, but there are others in which I can name just on the supplement side. But what I did, I took it a little further. I took it over into telling her yes, and I use the dishwashing liquid, and I use the skincare, and I use the little scrub. So when she asked that question, she was amazed at, wow, this really is a mall. I said, yes, a mall. It's a mall, and it's a lot of different things that you can connect with in that mall. So it's not just about health, but creating a healthy environment, for your skin, for the atmosphere and everything. It's a healthy thing with Atomy product line. So remember this, we will be learning all different types of stuff, even foods that's good for our health, on this educational program. So thank you very much for coming back out. Please invite others, because we want to empower others. And I hope that makes sense. We should love our neighbors as ourselves. So if you here, you need to have a neighbor or two here too. That makes sense. That probably can help them. Bring them on, because they can ask the doctor. Remember that, okay? And I have a testimony on this evening. For years, I don't like pain. And one of the things I didn't like is going to the dentist. I didn't like going to the dentist, because always, what they gonna find this time? Are they gonna be doing some drilling and sticking with the needles, blah blah blah. I mean, for a minute there, I had stopped going to the dentist. Like, they just want to make money. They're always, sealing this and doing that. Like, they just want to make money in my mouth. But I did, start back. I didn't stay away too long, okay? But what's interesting now, I've been doing the Atomy toothpaste. When it said quality, products, definitely. Yeah, I'm not even talking about the price, but the quality product that the toothpaste brings. Now, when I go to the dentist, I'm happy. I'm joyous. I can't wait to get there. I can't wait to sit back in the dentist chair and open up my mouth wide. I'm like, okay, go for it. Check it out. Because I feel that even my gums are nice and shiny. I call them nice and shiny gums. It might not be as pretty as yours or as pink as yours or whatever. But when you're talking about, you know, there's nothing there that says that, I've been having some pain, there's a little gingivitis there, things to that degree. Nothing there that says that, you know, but nice, clean gums, nice, great looking gums. And I like it when they say, "Oh man, your gum is looking good." Like, yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here today. Do whatever kind of fine cleaning you want to do and whatever. Get down into the gum, whatever. But they healthy. They are healthy. So it's a joy going to the dentist. I almost feel like I'm bragging when I'm going to the dentist, like, come on now, you know, let me open up my mouth so that you can see. That's the way you want to feel when you're going to the dentist. And even when you're going get a physical, you want to feel like you're going just to just express yourself. Hey, I've been feeling good. I've been doing the right thing. Blah blah blah. I'm ready to take this physical because once a year we need to take a physical. Okay, because if there's anything going on, anything that's out of balance, you need to know what to do to bring it back into balance. So keep a checkup, on your body, just like you do in your finances, you keep a check on that, you keep a check on making sure your relationship going on and everything. Keep a check on your body so that you'll know how to keep it maintained when something's trying to come in and sneak up on you and everything. Okay. So, all right. Now, right now, I've told my testimony before I introduced Dr. Springer. We got a little bit of Dr. Springer on last week, and a few of y'all have inquired about Dr. Springer. She's gonna bring some things to the table. But outside of me, there anybody out there that have, like, let's say, a testimony about themselves, and not about others, but about themselves? Or I tell you what, who can? Let me see. Uh, who can name me, let's say, 15 products? Who can name me 15 products? And we're all going to count 15. And it's amazing that people are using so many products, and this company does not require you. The tickle got in my throat. Does not require you to, let's say, to shop every month. But who can name me 15 items that they take? This is not on a week, but is there 15 items that you touch, that you use? It's not that everything has to be supplement. It might be, you might include the dishwashing liquid and blah blah blah, but that you come in contact with in one day on a daily basis. Who can name
I
those
can.
items?
I
Who's
can.
that?
I
Okay,
can.
go for it.
Okay. So Alaska omega-3,
Okay, one,
vitamin D3,
two,
women's probiotics,
three.
luzanthine,
What?
luzanthine, luzanthine,
Okay, four. Okay,
B complex,
okay, that's six,
vitamin C,
seven,
red ginseng,
oh, eight,
medical wok,
nine.
fry pan,
Oh, okay, 10. Whoa, okay.
body wash,
11.
uh, glow. This the makeup is called glow. What is it? It's
I know what
called,
you're talking about.
okay.
Okay.
Then the foundation,
Oh, double.
dishwashing detergent,
Okay.
the dispenser, dishwashing dispenser.
Look at you. That's 15 right there. Look at that. She even named the dispenser. Wait a minute, Tim. Wait a minute. Wait. You got the makeup and everything, and you got the facial cleanser. You got all that stuff.
Yeah,
See,
the
you
the
got to
coconut.
start turning your camera on, but we can see that atomic glow.
For me,
That atomic glow, yes, indeed.
I want to go next.
Oh, wait a minute. She gonna jump in there and say, "I want to go next."
I raised my hand before
Wait a
she
minute.
said
No,
it,
no,
but you
no, no,
weren't
no, no.
looking.
No. Can you name 20 products?
Okay, let's go.
You think? Wait a minute.
This,
Wait a minute. Do y'all think she can name 20 products? This is the last one. Name 20. See, she wanna jump in there. Come on, name it. Go for it. Let's start.
okay. Laundry detergent, fabric
Okay.
softener,
Okay.
dishwashing detergent.
Okay.
Okay. The gloves,
The gloves. Okay.
the scrubber,
Come on now. We still in the kitchen. Okay.
the,
Good on.
the sponge.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Okay, so I'm done with living.
Okay.
Okay. Beauty. Dermareal Seeker.
Oh, okay. Sensitive skin.
Okay. But it's not just for sensitive skin.
Oh.
Then I have the evening care 4 set. So I use the foam cleanser.
Okay.
Then I use the body lotion.
Okay.
Okay. I use the body wash.
Okay. That's
Okay.
10. I got 10 more to go.
Okay. Then I use the lip glow,
Okay. 11,
toothpaste,
12,
toothbrush,
13.
the glow makeup, the foundation.
14.
Okay.
Okay.
Then what else do I? The hair essential oil.
Oh, okay. 15.
I use the hand therapy set.
16.
Oh, let's go to supplements. I didn't do supplements yet.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Plant
Okay.
calcium, the plant
Awesome.
calcium,
Okay.
the B complex,
Okay.
vitamin C,
Uh-huh.
the fish oil.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I can stop you right now because you've been on hit 20.
I'm not finished.
Oh no. You finished. No, you just showing out now. See.
The point is, if it's in the Atami shopping mall. Oh, and I forgot the feminine wash. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay, baby. Now.
If it's in the Atami shopping mall, I am not buying it anyplace else if we carry it. Oh, and the hand soap. I forgot the hand soap.
Okay.
I
Well,
buy everything.
somebody please put this fire out because she burning with her tummy.
No, I'm not going to go buy it anyplace else if we carry it. Why? I'm going to make that money back on myself.
That's true.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I forgot the sanitary napkins because my daughter uses it. Okay.
Wait a minute now.
Sanitary napkin.
Okay.
It's in my household.
I'm
Guys,
telling you.
the whole point is
Yes.
buy from yourself because you're going to get the money back. Guess what? My
Right.
daughter went to the mailbox and said, I got a check from Atami.
What? Wait a minute.
That's her second check.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Indeed. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anytime I go online, go in that mall, I always make what I call my grocery list.
That's right.
I make my grocery list. It's like, okay, what I run out of my, in the evening care 4 set. What's the number one product out of the evening care 4 set that you're gonna run out first? Only those that use it knows. What's the number one? Huh?
The foam cleanser.
The foam cleanser takes
That
the
would be the
longest to go.
mask.
The peel off mask is the first to go.
The mask.
Yep, that's the first to
I
go.
use the best at least, but
Yep.
I use the foam cleanser the most, so that's the one that I use the most that go quick. I use it.
Okay, you're using way too much of the foam cleanser if it goes the first. You're supposed to use a pea size.
I know how much to use. not gonna let
It's going so fast.
I'm gonna
Yeah, yes, y'all so funny.
I'll
That
replace
is so
everything.
interesting.
I'll replace
Yeah,
everything 2 times, and that foam cleanser is still going.
If
it's
you
still rolling.
size, you will be rinsing for days. You got to use a pea size or a little smaller.
Well, I have to confess, I use a little bit more than a pea size.
You're
Oh
using
no,
too.
you're wasting it.
I
Uh,
do too, Pastor. It
yeah, I
depends
need
on
more.
what you
And
want to do with your skin.
You all must
oh,
be washing
and
your whole body.
Move
wait a
on.
minute. Well, okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
This was fun,
And the mask,
Bernard. It was
and
fun.
yeah, and the mask ain't got a chance with me. Ain't got a chance because I like it thick, Okay, all right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Okay. Well, hey, praise the Lord from whom all blessing come. You guys have been a blessing on this evening. That's why we're here today. Okay, we're here today to be empowered and to be blessed by Dr. Springer on this evening. So, Dr. Springer, you can unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and take it away. Okay, thank you. And I'm going to make you co-host just in case you want to share your screen.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll get that done.
Okay.
Let
I
me-
actually think I have sent the link. Is there 2 things going on tonight?
No, me.
Okay. I've got some saying that, and I just picked it up. Yeah, I've got some on the wrong Zoom link. I just picked it up, and there is conversation. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the
They-
other host is on. So I don't know, somehow or another I got that mixed up when I sent it out. But I'm gonna go, let me just cut this off here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let them know, and then we'll get started.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Wonderful.
All right.
Now, will you be sharing
right.
your screen this evening?
Yes. Let me
Okay.
get to that. All right. All right, here we go. So let me go to share my screen. There we go. All right, is that correct?
You're not up yet.
All right, we did hit share screen. All right, share. Did that do it?
Okay, we see. Yes,
All
that
right.
did it. That
That
did
did
it.
it. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. All right. All right. So what I want to share tonight, I'm really excited. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to share. There are some things that I was thinking about as it relates to conducting the business and being familiar with the products. And one of the main things or the challenges that I have found is actually getting people to start. All right. And so I don't know if anyone else has that issue or a problem, but everyone is excited and they hear you and you know they're going to eventually start, but getting them to go ahead and make that first purchase is sometimes a challenge. And so making it a point to be familiar with your product as well as knowing the right questions to ask is, seems to be what causes them to go ahead and, do what they need to do. So one of the things that I want to cover, we're going to cover about 4 products, I think, tonight that I want to focus on. But I want you to remember that the life is in the blood. Okay. And so as we look at what's going on, understanding that the life is in the blood, we want to remember that anytime the blood has contamination, stagnation, or inflammation, then the body is sick and is minimized in its ability to work at its maximum capacity. So you're looking at contamination, you're looking at stagnation and inflammation. Stagnation meaning clots, the blood is too thick, contamination, meaning cholesterol issues, the diabetic issues, even fibromyalgia deals with your inflammation and things of that nature. Arthritis, anything that affects the joints and how a person is feel their energy level, then there's stagnation and inflammation in the blood. So if the life is in the blood, often we can sort of bypass a lot of delays in ordering by simply asking people, how do you feel? What's going on? What's your pain? What's your issue, or what medications you're on? What are you taking that particular thing for? And it always will lead us back to our foundational product, which is what? The HemoHim. The HemoHim has such an amazing effect on the body. I want to call it the foundation. It's the foundation to really clean up the blood and to keep things, you know, on track. The other piece of knowledge that we want to use to get that person started is to make sure that they understand you don't want to start in this particular program and just think after 30 days, everything is going to be okay. All right. How long has it taken us to get to whatever condition our bodies are in? And what we want to do as best we can is try to get a person to understand, I want you to commit at least to 120 days. And we know after they commit to at least 120 days, you know, they're going to continue because there are other areas and products that they could use, as you just proved. But as it relates to cleaning up the blood, it's a 120-day cycle. Think about when you go to the doctor's office and they check your A1C. One of the things that's done in checking your A1C, whatever they've diagnosed you with, or, you know, said is going on with the pancreas and the glucose level, they're going to have you to come back in 3.5 to 4 months. And that's because medically, they know it takes 120 days for that blood to cycle through. Now, there are some terms out there that we want to be careful of when we're using them with our clients, and one of them is pre-diabetes. That's like being pre-pregnant. Does that make sense? You're either diabetic with those numbers over that range of 7, or you're not. Now, if your numbers are close, that's not pre-diabetic. And so often what happens in the medical field is they want to put you on medication because you're pre-diabetic and treat you as if you've already crossed that, you know, crossed that border. We want to be very careful about that. We want to be careful about that because we know that all those medications have side effects. And so if a person said they're pre-diabetic, that is the perfect time to say, look, you are close to being diabetic. You're not. Hold up and let's see if we can, you know, try to, you know, work this thing out. And the customer always have to be comfortable with the process, but share the video, share the information, and let them know. So when we look at diabetes or high blood pressure, fibromyalgia, or anything else, we want time for that blood to be cleaned up. And that is a 120-day process from the day they start on HemoHim, and then go back and get it checked, and let's see what those levels and those numbers are. But convince your clients to work with you like they would their medical doctor. They're going to show up for that A1C. They're going to show up to get that lab work done when the white coat tells them to. You want them to be just as committed to the process. Let me share something that took place. Let me share something that took place with one of my clients. Okay, she got HemoHim, she got glucose care. She started it. She wears the diabetic patch. She started seeing the changes take place in her body. Her numbers was coming down, and so I'm looking and I'm like, it's time for her to get another order. Let me check on her and see how she's doing. And her response to me was, I'm just going to tell you the truth. Anytime somebody start out with, I'm just gonna tell you the truth, you already know they're not doing what they need to do. So I said, hold on for a minute. This particular person is also one of my members, and so I said, hold on a minute, and let me get Peaches. Okay, that's my nickname. I said, let me go get somebody else. And so she said, uh-oh. I said, yeah, because I want to share some things with you. I want to say some things, and I wanted to come back on my pastoral ship. So I end up asking her, I said, let me just ask you this. Do you like sticking yourself with a needle? Do you like taking insulin? Are these things comfortable to you? Do you know what it's doing to your body? And if you already know that it's working, why would you stop? She said, I don't like the taste. So you would rather do all these other things. I say, make it make sense. Does this really make sense? If this does not make sense, I'm going to need you to regroup and think about the value of your life. And if the life is in the blood, I said, when was your last A1C? And she shared that with me. Okay, when was this? And tell me this and tell me that, and so she went on. I said, now you follow up with that. Why is it you can't be committed to yourself to do something that's going to get rid of all of those chemicals and things of that nature so that you can function properly like you should and not have to be committed and dependent upon that medication? And what the HemoHim does, it cleans up your blood. It helps with diabetes. It helps with cholesterol. It helps with your sleep. It helps with your energy level. If you have hyper or hypothyroid issues, it helps you with that. So why is it that you would avoid a taste of something and deal with all that other stuff on your table that you got to take at this time, same time every day, and do the damage to your kidney? So sometimes, as challenging as it is, you just have to say what need to be said. Okay, you have to tell people with love and with compassion, but you have to be so passionate and knowledgeable on what you know that when you begin to remind them, if it took you 6, 7, 8 years to get here, why do you think in 30 days that everything's just going to be perfect? You're going to be right back on track. It's going to take time to undo the damage and the things that's been done. And so work with them, be consistent, follow up, help them, but be honest with them and know what you know. One of the best ways to engage people is to begin to talk to them. Normal human red blood cells have an average lifespan about 120 days in the circulation, after which they are engulfed by stronger cells, which begin to eat up the bad cells. If you know that and you start talking to them about the fact that you are cellular, your bodies are cellular, and every minute of your life, old cells are dying out, new cells are coming in, and it takes 120 days for all those cells to be replaced. Every 120 days, your body should be renewing itself. If you're doing the right thing concerning your diet, concerning exercise, good oxygen, making sure that you're detoxing appropriately. And so that alone will cause people to understand you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about, you studied your craft, and you are ready to help them make life changes that matter. Okay, changes that matter. All right, so asking simple questions will get you the information that you need. When that person say all the things that's going on with them, you always want to lead them to the HemoHim first. The second thing that I want to look at is the I think I want to look at the pomegranate beauty, because it has the ellagic acid in it that helps with inflammation, and it helps to reduce tumors. Okay, I had someone.
Excuse me, Dr. Springer. Excuse me. Are you in the mall right now? We see something else. We see Zoom and not the mall.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, this is the part I thought you was going to show the pictures. Forgive me. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you need me to show what you're talking about?
Yeah, the The
Okay,
pomegranate
I
juice.
can. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
Okay.
You have to end. You have to end your sharing,
What
and
I
then
need to
I can.
do?
Yeah, you have to end sharing. Stop sharing.
All right, let me go and do that.
And yeah, once I'm able to share my screen, and then I'll be able to follow
Okay.
on with you. And once I
All
log
right.
in,
All right.
okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Did I end it? I don't know if I did or not.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, you did. I ended it.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. So you
All
were
right.
you going to the pomegranate beauty?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. Now you guys can see my screen, correct?
Yes, I
Oh,
can.
okay, excellent. Okay, there we go. We're on the pomegranate beauty. Okay, you can take it from there.
All right. So the pomegranate beauty, what it does, it has ellagic acid that comes from the pomegranate. Okay. And so it's an anti-inflammatory, and it helps to slow down the growth of tumors. It binds with cancer molecules and makes them inactive. All right. So depending on the severity of what's going on with a person, particularly if it's dealing with a cancer issue, then the pomegranate beauty is one of the items that you definitely want to, make sure that, your client is taking with the hemo. Okay. And so in the process of that, what you'll find too is you'll get the benefit of what it does for the skin and for the beauty. So don't let them be, moved by, but it says this or that. Talk to them about the fact that it helps to hinder tumor growth, binds with any cancer cell molecules, and stops it. Okay. And so the pomegranate beauty is one of the items that we want to use when people have, just serious cellular issues going on, and anything that relates to tumors, to cancer. It's just a good overall, product that we want to be able to refer. Okay. All right. Now, for some reason, I'm sorry, I'm not real good at this as it relates to the, okay, I'm somehow got myself off of the Zoom page itself where I can see what's going on. All right. I want to share, if we can, the spirulina.
Spirulina. Okay,
Mhm.
you name it, I'll go right to
Okay.
it. Okay,
All right.
alrighty. Down
All right.
100%.
All right.
There we go.
All right. All right. The spirulina, the 100% pure spirulina. I've discovered something with one of my clients just on yesterday. This wasn't one on my list, but I decided to add it because I was really sort of blown away with what's going on with her. I have a client that came in on a lot of medications about a month ago. She had a stroke. She's on medication for pain, a lot of pain going on, migraines, stomach issues, headaches, not sleeping. I mean, a lot of things going on. And so she began to name all the medications and what they were for, what happened to her and all of those things. And so I've only been working with her about a month, and I literally just been working with Atomy. I've done holistic health and things of that nature for over 15 years, but Atomy is new to me within 2 months. Okay. So it was new to me, but one of the first things that I ordered, knowing a little bit about spirulina, I ordered several boxes of it. And so I knew right away that we needed to detox her liver, because once you're taking a lot of medications, then those toxins tend to build up, and they cause damage to the body. So I put her on the spirulina immediately. It's 2 capsules a day, and we got started with the other regimens and services that she needed to turn some things around. So we weighed a part of working with this particular client was just weighing her in as well and looking at her proteins and things of that nature. But anyway, she had lost 3 pounds last week. And so that was about 3, maybe 4 weeks in. And so I said, oh, you're doing really good. And so, had put on a routine to exercise the muscles and all. You're doing really good. And so just stick to it. And so she came back on yesterday for her appointment, and she had lost 2 more pounds. And so she said, I'm about out of the spirulina. Do you think I'm going to need to renew that? And I was saying, no, we're going to work with this. Don't worry about that. Let's come back to that every 3 to 6 months until we get you off of so many medications and just make sure the liver is clean. Long story short, when she left, I got to thinking about it. And so I called her. I said, Ms. Brown, I said, what are you doing in your diet? Has your diet changed? She said, no, ma'am, my diet hasn't changed. She said, pretty much the same thing. She said, but I don't have an appetite. And I don't know. I was surprised when you told me I lost another 2 pounds in a week. So when we hung up, I got to researching and looking at the studies on spirulina. And one of the, about 10 benefits or more. One of those benefits is that it does clean up the liver, okay? And the studies and the research and tests that they've done on it show that the average person loses, 3 to 6 pounds over an 8 to 12 week period, blah, blah, blah. So I'm looking at this thing a whole nother way now, because I done got real excited, because that's a perfect product, not just to clean up, but when you think about it, common sense, as it relates to, knowing holistically how important it is to keep the liver clean, because so many have a fatty liver. But when you start cleaning that liver up now, especially for women and are in the middle age and menopausal, that hard belly fat that we tend to, have a difficult time with, that breaks down the fatty liver. And so it makes it much easier for you to lose the weight. So when I thought about that, looked at all that, put that together, I'm like, this needs to go in a package. Okay, with the apple phenol and with the is it pronounced Finezyme?
Yes, Finezyme, yes.
Finezyme, apple phenol, spirulina together, how powerful those products would be for a person trying to lose weight, get rid of that hard middle stomach. The apple phenol, we know, does that on its own. Dr. Walitha talked about that. I think she talked about that on last week as well. But when I tell you that spirulina, I think is the key, because she had done nothing different, yet she's lost 5 pounds in a month. Nothing different, nothing extra. Okay. She didn't change anything up. But when you start cleaning up the liver, you also got to get rid of that fat in the liver. And when you start releasing that fat in the liver, now it makes it easier. Also, it's a great precursor to the apple phenol, because that's breaking down that hard fat and as well. So it's just a good product for us to also look at. Okay. Let me see if I can see. For some reason, I'm not seeing the things I need to see here. We're going to keep it moving, and I'm going to figure this computer out. Y'all going to pray for me, right? All right. The other product that we wanted to look at is our D. Okay, the vitamin D. Okay. Now, the vitamin D and the plant calcium has a lot of the same properties, okay? We're going to talk about the vitamin D, all right? And I just want you to also, side note the fact that the plant calcium is good as well, because calcium is needed to help with the blood pressure. So looking at these two products together are wonderful, but they do have a lot of the same qualities. So the vitamin D, One of the things I want to point out about that is that it includes the vitamin K2. And the K2 is, as it says, is the perfect partner with D because it's supporting every function in the body. And if you remember, the K also helps where the blood needs to clot. Okay, so that particular vitamin helps in areas where, because there's, you get a cut or something, person, can just bleed out. But when you have that K, that's also the particular vitamin that helps the blood to clot appropriately. All right, but it has this vitamin D that we have is organic, it's vegan, and it has the mushroom blend, the chaga turkey, and the lion's mane shiitake. All right, so these are all very good for the circulatory system. Okay, now if you take that vitamin K, the vitamin D and or the plant calcium for the blood pressure as well, whichever one you choose to use or to give to your clients, you can also add to that. If you wanted to do a package, you can add that ginkgo natto. And I think I had brought that up in one of the things we talked about on last week because of the circulation. It's going to do the things that it needs to do to get to the brain. And it's very important. A lot of people are on statin drugs. And as much as possible, we want to try to eliminate the statin drugs because really dementia and Alzheimer's and those things did not come into play until statin drugs was introduced into the medical regimen. And that's because it messes with the cholesterol. The brain function is 75% from the cholesterol. So when you start messing with those levels and getting them off, that's why people are walking into the room and forgetting easier and younger. And folks that are, much younger now are starting to develop issues because once it's been determined that there's a cholesterol problem, then a person is put on cholesterol drugs. Once they're put on cholesterol drugs, now it starts to affect the memory. So if you want to get that blood back to circulating, then I suggest the D with the ginkgo natto or the calcium, the plant calcium with the ginkgo natto. All right, because it's all about, remember, life is in the blood. So we want to make sure that that blood is circulating and that it's getting to the brain. Okay, trying to eliminate wherever possible any statin drugs. Okay, because it affects. So think about it this way. Remember, way back, eggs was a big deal. You eat eggs, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Our ancestors did not have all of these things going on. All right. They could eat their eggs. They didn't have a problem. It wasn't until, the more medicine started to take over and synthetics and things of that start taking over, then, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't do that. We can have what we have in moderation. And so once we get control, like the young lady told me yesterday, Sister Brown told me, she said, I don't have the appetite. Why? Because that spirulina is taking care, is giving her the nutrients that she needs. You see, when we get the right probiotics, the right enzymes, the right vitamins, we'll stop having an appetite for so many different things. Because most of the time we're trying to find a nutrient, a mineral, an amino acid, something that we're trying to fulfill. But when we get the right balance of those nutrients and those vitamins and those minerals, then it stops out all of those desires for this and that. And it's okay if you had something here and there and once in a while, but it's about balance. But begin to think about how our ancestors used to eat. They get up in the morning early, go work on the farm, do what they had to do, come in, eggs, 2, 3, 4 eggs for breakfast, eggs, boiled egg maybe for lunch or something, even in a salad. And mind's sharp, able to keep doing what they're doing and work well into old age and have a memory. Technology has messed us up as well. We can't remember phone number. everything is in, but we used to remember numbers. Some of you can remember a phone number, but we need that blood to get back to circulating in our brains, okay? And once that happens and helps to improve the memory, and I know we have some memory products as well. I haven't looked at them. But those are just some of the things that I wanted to share with you. I do hope that it's been, beneficial. I'm going to try to get back to the page where I need to be and see your faces and if there's any questions.
Okay, we are open for questions. You may raise your hand, and Nick and I will probably try to call you out when possible. Anybody have any questions? Okay, Belinda raised her hand. Belinda, you can unmic, and then we'll take the next participant after you.
I wanted to know if the calcium and the vitamin D3 can be taken together with the ginkgo nego.
You can take it together. Once your vitamin D level reaches where it needs to, then you're definitely going to sleep better and all of that. I read a lot of stuff. I can't remember this particular doctor's name, but he talks I'll try to have it for you and maybe mention it another week. But he talks in detail about how calcium is so important for the body overall. Okay, and you can do them together, but you are going to get a lot of overlapping there. Okay. I don't think it's necessary to do them together, but it would not hurt. We particularly, there are certain nationalities of us, our vitamin D levels are very low because of the melanin in our skin. We don't absorb the sun. And so we are typically, we don't get enough. But once you reach that level and those D levels come up and other things start to straighten out, you're good. D is good for the immune system as well. So you don't, if you're going to do them together, you're not going to necessarily need both of them every day all the time. Okay. And one of the things I love about Atomy products is when you get their products, most of them is a 2 and 3 month supply for one person. So, if you're the only one taking it, you have a good supply. If it's several people in the house taking it, then that helps as well. But that is definitely one of the benefits. Like the spirulina, that's a 2 month supply. The hemohim is a 1 month supply. Certain things may be 1 month. I think the apelfine is 28 days. But at the end of it all, most of the supplements is more than a 30-day supply. And so it makes it, it's not just economical, it's convenient.
Okay. And Nick, who would be next?
Would be RJ. RJ
Okay.
is raised her hand.
Okay. You may unmute.
Talking about. Hey, RJ, you can unmute if you have a question, because I see your hand raised.
Yes. My question is also on the D3 and plant calcium. So, okay, please, does it mean you can just take D3 and be okay without the plant calcium?
Yes, you can. Yes,
okay.
you can.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Next person that we have is Miss Hilda. Hilda, go ahead on mute.
Dr. Springer, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just want to ask, somebody down my line wants to know something that can help with sickle cell anemia. Thank you.
Okay. I would strongly suggest the hemohim, that basic, the best pack. All right. The best pack is what I would suggest, because you have your probiotic in there. You have your vitamin C there. Those are the things that's good to help support, along with that hemohim, the blood. Remember, life is in the blood. And so that's sickle cell is the way those cells are forming. That's a blood issue. Okay. Personally, I think you're going to need more than that 2 packs a day. You're gonna need enough to really get in there and make a difference. And with sickle cell also, it's a regimen as it relates to their diet. There are certain things that should not be in the diet.
Okay, thank you very much.
I hear crickets. Any more questions, or anybody would like to express anything? You know.
Yep, let's say great presentation, great presentation. Every Tuesday, love the presentations.
I totally agree. This has been a great. You have some great doctors on every week, and I've really enjoyed her. There's some, and I have a question that I put in the chat. I have a couple of friends who they go to the doctor and they do not have high blood pressure, but the doctor told them they want to put them on high blood pressure medicine to save their kidney. What is that about?
It's about big pharma. It's about money. It's about getting paid vacations and trips and all of that every time you write a prescription for some of these pharmaceutical companies. It's about keeping people in business who practice medicine, and we're the guinea pigs. But we have to speak up for ourselves. And so unfortunately, sometimes because the person has the education, and they have the school bill and they have been pushed and promoted on us, we're very quick to believe everything that they say. And sometimes fear tactics is the way to go. And if you can, when you know, you just got to learn everything you can about what you're doing. You got to learn, you got to study everything you can about holistic medicine, herb. If I can just be me, the word says that the leaves on the tree are good for the healing of the nation. I believe it. The word says, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prosper. Now, if that's the word, that's all I got. The word, it's the word that says life is in the blood. So if that's the word, that's what I believe. And the thing about certain medications in the medical industry is when something doesn't work, instead of taking you off of it, they add something to it. There are people on 1, 2, 3, 4 blood pressure medications because the other one didn't work. So we're going to add this. That doesn't add up to the word to me. That's not me being in good health. That's very agitating. And the side effect list is longer and more complicated than the original problem. We have got to just take a stand and make a decision. That's why I had to tell my sister, I'm like, so you mean to tell me rather than to tolerate the little bitterness or our taste of hemohim, you rather take insulin, a shot? See, that tells me that something is going on here. That doesn't make sense. But we are so quick to believe, and because for whatever reason, we'll tolerate 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of going to a doctor, being switched up with medicine and let them practice and give us stuff that ain't working. But we want this kind of stuff and the teaching that we give to work in 15 days, 30 days. That doesn't even make sense. So this is I need to let me just slow down, take a breath, because for whatever reason, we have got to take charge of our life.
Right. Excuse me for a second. Excuse me. And another thing I want to add to that is that we can't be afraid to go to another doctor, to seek out a confirmation on something, because if you just stick with one doctor, that your doctor might not be a compassionate healthcare provider. We had a MD, you know, we opened up with an MD was very compassionate, and you got those that do and those that don't. Those that in for the money, those that in for the passion of really helping people. So we have to know that old expression, my doctor, no, nah, no. You don't own that person, and and most of the time they are not working on your behalf. But sometimes you have to go and let's say to another doctor to get a second opinion or even a third opinion. It makes sense. So right now we do have 3 other people, I believe, that raised their hand. As a
Yes.
matter of fact, it might be at 4 now. Who's the next person, Nick?
I'm going to start from the bottom up this time. I'm going to go with the person that says iPhone. I can't pronounce her first name, but iPhone.
Is it Imelda? Good evening.
Yes.
Yes,
Good evening.
Imelda.
Imelda. Okay. Good evening. Yeah, nice presentation. I'm sorry I called in late. Yeah, one of my customer that bought him on him complained about it testing that coffee was added to it. Is there anybody that can give me more information about coffee being in it or not? Coffee.
No coffee.
You said is there coffee in it?
Yeah, the person said there is a coffee in the him or him. Because it tastes like coffee though, because I do take it.
I don't remember which video it is. It's for herbs. One of the videos, and perhaps I need to figure out a way to locate that video, and I wish I knew which one it was.
You said
But
the herbs that are in it.
yeah, this particular video that's out there, it's a blue background. A Korean lady is talking, and there's no testimonials, there's no hype, there's just straight information on everything that is in the Hemo Hymn. Okay.
Right. There's the information there that was in there.
Okay.
The herbs that are there.
All right. Now
there's no coffee in there.
there's no coffee in there.
Okay. Okay.
No coffee.
It could be that little bitter, that little bitterness taste. Now I guess, but it's no coffee. It's no coffee in there, and
okay,
so
that's what I say too. There's no coffee there, but it might be the type of plants or leaves that was made with it.
Yeah. Now, are the person able to go onto the mall?
Yeah.
Are they able to go online and go into the mall and read the ingredients that's in there?
Yeah.
That's what I told the person to go into. He hasn't
Yes.
registered though. But I will register him soon.
Yeah, give them your guest pass. You
That
give them your
everything
guest
is
password, and they can still go in there and read about it with your guest
okay.
password.
Yes. Okay. Another question is about the toothpaste. Some of my customers complaining about yellow teeth, changing their white teeth to yellow.
I don't know what they're using. I don't know what they're using. Somebody else might could speak on that, but I that's not the case with myself or anyone that have used it. I don't know what they're using.
I've heard about it before, not only them that complain about it, that when they start using it, that their teeth change to yellow.
Can I address that?
Yes.
It does happen for some people, and that's because they have a lot of buildup in their gum. You know how you can use that our avocado oil and do the pulling?
Right.
It happens at first. Sometimes people said they have that pasty taste in their mouth when they start using it at first, because basically like how Hemo detox the body, the toothpaste is doing that. It's pulling. So because they have a lot of buildup in their gum, it does that initially, but over a period of time, it goes away as it stops pulling out. You know how Mr. Bernard said his gums were perfect? And I've had a lot of people where they go to the dentist, and before they would have to go to the dentist and do the scraping and all. Once you start using the toothpaste, all that goes away. So just like with the Hemoheme, give it time and all of that will go away.
Thank you. That's
Okay,
good.
thank you. Makes sense. Even I told the person that maybe it's the medication you're taking or whatever.
It does make sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
It
next
does make
person.
sense.
Next person would be Miss Rhonda. If you want to unmute. Miss Rhonda, you can go ahead and unmute if you have your question.
Hi, good night. Thank you. Dr. Spinner, what was the other benefits of the pomegranate beauty other than the skin beauty?
The ellagic acid in it, the ellagic acid in pomegranate kills cancer cells. They bind to the cancer cells and stop them from mutating. And it also reduces tumors, and it's a good anti-inflammatory.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Now, I had someone that told me that their elimination has a different odor when they started using the Hemoheme. And so that does make a lot of sense what you saying. I'm just thinking, I'm sorry, to compare the two as relates to the toothpaste. When there's a lot of toxins in your body, it has to be eliminated. So that does make a lot of sense when you're saying that, you know, using that toothpaste for a minute, if those gums are infected, then it has to be pulled out. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, we have people that was calling me last week and saying, I've never experienced this, but see, once you start detoxing your body, a lot of times you'll also get like flu symptoms. Okay, you'll get symptoms of you know, because everything is like shaken loose and is trying to eliminate. People even develop sometimes boils when they're detoxing. So that's, you know, we have to give things time to work.
Okay, next question.
Yeah. You might have to help me with that announcement that pronounce
Is it
that.
Aubrey?
It's Audrey.
Audrey. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I have a question about the spirulina. With some people, it increases the appetite and they gain weight. Because it happened to me. I had to stop taking it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it increased your appetite.
Right. And I gained weight.
Wow. Okay.
Well, that's a good note to take a note of.
But I'll be taking more spirulina.
Okay, you don't want to go in reverse now.
Well, I mean, when you think about the Hemoheme, it helps when you're hyper and hypo as it relates to a thyroid. So, you know, nobody wants to gain weight though, but at the end of the day, you know, it just depends on that person. There are people looking to gain weight, but everybody's body does respond different to various things. Some people in 2 or 3 weeks is like, I'm sleeping great. And it took 3 or 4 weeks to get there. And one lady who literally said, I can't take the taste, I'm sending it back. I said, no, don't do that. Put a little hot water and a little manuka honey and take it. In 3 days, she said she was sleeping good, and she you know, I'm like, you don't have to apologize. I just wasn't gonna let you send it back. You need to take it because I'm not gonna give it away. She's like, give it to somebody. I ain't gonna worry because I don't like to. But this is a whole nother client. I don't know what it is, but we're very sensitive about our taste buds. But it took her 3 days, and her sleep improve. It took someone else 3 or 4 weeks. So everybody's body does respond different to different things. So thank you for sharing. Yeah.
I do want to note this. I see that you said manuka honey. You didn't say just regular honey. You said manuka honey. So I want everybody to take note of that.
Yeah, it's just a better honey.
Definitely.
Honey,
It's good for
tastes better too.
Yeah, and manuka honey is good for the for the gut, good for the intestines.
Mhm.
So that's the difference. Okay, we have another question.
From Doyle. Doyle is
Doyle.
DOI. Doyle.
Yeah.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Dr. Ivy, please, what would be your suggestion for fibroid as far as shrinking it and the excessive flow that comes with it?
The excessive fluid that comes with it.
Yes.
I definitely know that the hemohim is going to help with that. And now remember, we just talked about the pomegranate beauty, the fact that it helps to shrink tumors. Fibroids are tumors. So I would suggest the hemohim and the pomegranate beauty. Can I ask a question in general? Have the ladies online, your experience with the herb day that balances the pH, okay? I would suggest, if nothing else, at least use the panty liners. And I'm saying it that way because I've had a lot of people, I don't like it. I don't like that tingly feeling. I don't like this. The more a person's pH balance is out, then the more they're going to feel the effect of the herb day pad. But I strongly suggest that especially if a person also has a fibroid issue, even if they don't use it during the time of their cycle, perhaps they need to use that herb day panty liner, use the pomegranate and the hemohim to try to get all of that under control. I have a young lady who I have a young lady who used 5 packs a month of another brand of feminine pads that I sell in my store. She used 5 packs a month. She was in the store and I'm like, you need to try this. And so I gave her the samples, some samples of the herb day. She didn't like it because of she said it didn't absorb enough. Long story short, I gave her 1 box of hemohim, 6 packs. The next month, she only used 3 packs.
Wow.
And she said she didn't come back and get any more now. But that one, I said, take one right now, and then take the other 5 packs right as you're approaching your next cycle. She cut down 2 packs of the pads that she normally get from me. So that's the power of that hemohim. Now she need, it ain't over. If that worked like that, she can do a whole lot better. She has serious fibroid issues. But if that is effective, if that 6 packs between her cycle caused her to reduce 2 packs of sanitary napkins, I don't know what she waiting on to come and get it. It's just, for some reason, we got to get the people started. But keep educating, keep pushing it, keep encouraging them. They're gonna get it. I know they're gonna get it. All right, and we just have to be patient and let it work for them.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much, Dr. Springer.
And then there's another question in the chat. What would you recommend to someone diagnosed with brain tumor? Don't know what stage.
6 packs of hemohim a day. The anti-inflammatory product of the pomegranate beauty, and the noni, the fermented noni. Okay, the 6 packs a day is what's needed, though, because remember, we're cellular and our cells. So some things, when they're in excessive stages, you can't just sip. If you have 300 million cells dying a minute being replaced by new cells, you can't sip on some product. You have to take mega doses of it to get ahead of it, so that those cells can begin to heal and reverse the situation. And so sometimes, is families can come together and do what they need to do and try to get 6 packs a day in when it's something that excessive.
Make it happen. You cannot go bear hunting with a switch. Make it happen. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Maria, for that support there. And y'all have a great day. Keep in touch. And remember, get back with the person who brought you to this Zoom on this evening. Let's keep in touch and bring others. We want to help each other, elevate our lifestyle, our health, and to love one another. That's the way you love one another, by supporting. I do this because I love people. I do it voluntarily. Hey, I'm on other Zooms. I'm there learning. So good night, everyone. I'm not going to talk anymore. This is this pastor saying good night for the last time.
Thank you for joining us with Compassionate Healthcare Providers Educational Series. Please get back with the person who shared this video. If you're excited about the information, please get back with the person who shared this video. Thank you.